Paprika is a spice. I think it's the most traditional spice in our culture, especially in Hungarian kitchen. We made everything with paprika. Our food has to be red. We are producing 5,000–6,000 kilograms of paprika powder. I do everything from a seeding to a powder. We don't remove anything from the paprika and we do not add anything. Our customers know that if you want to buy the good one, you have to wait. This type of paprika has to be taken care of by hand all the time because of the cleanness. So it's a bloody hard work. Paprika comes from America. Our old generation people start planting here in south of Hungary. When the paprika seeds came from America, the paprika was only just chili. And one guy in a lab, they made the sweet one as well. There are three major types of Hungarian paprika. We blend it because one of them is good for the color, one of them good for the taste, and the third one with the oil level. I have 6 hectares altogether. So the paprika need lots of water, especially in August, before the harvest period. I have a pipeline, it's not even heavy. We can build it up like 300 meters long, and a sprinkler can take 300 liters water per minute. We need the healthy plants, but we need the healthy earth, but it's quite soft and rich, because we don't use chemicals. What paprika does, the paprika sucks sugar. If the sugar level is really high, so the pigment is gonna be really high too. And the oil in the seeds will keep the paprika for a very, very long time. The good taste and the good color. It's sun-dried, that's the best quality. And we can see the meat inside is how thick and how rich. And even if you taste it, guys, it's so sweet. I don't use hybrid paprika seed because you use their seeds only once. This seed from our paprika you can use forever. It's my father, my grandfather. My dad is 81 years old and brings usually coffee, salami for the workers.
No, hello lányok! Megjött az uzsonna, házi készítésű, saját készítésű szalámink, természetesen Szabio paprikából, ami kimondottan kellemes ízt és aromát ad neki.
Actually, harvesting a paprika, it seems easy, but when you do it 8 hours a day, it's bloody hard work. There is a stalk and just you need to break it. It's easy for the hand, but it's very difficult for your back. So when I was a child, I have to do this kind of work with my grandparents, and I hate anything to do with the paprika. I went to Britain. 8 years I came home and started planting paprika. During the communism, the government took all of the lands. In the 90s and the 80s, the old generation get their land back. Especially my father's father, who got this land back, then he dropped on his knee. He was crying and he said that I got my land back. So that's why I'm here.
Gyerekkorom óta csinálom, hát körülbelül 40 éve, itt 12 éve dolgozom. Szeretem ezt csinálni. Nem is tudnák máshol dolgozni, nem is tudnám elképzelni, de ez tényleg egy olyan folyamat, olyan munka, amit az ember, ha szívileg csinálja, mindent belead akkor. De az is nagyon fontos, hogy kinél dolgozol, milyen a gazda, hogy áll az emberekhez. Ő szinte nem is gazda, hanem olyan, mint egy barát.
I really appreciate this kind of work. I have to call the Weather Channel, but it said that this morning 22 degrees and sunny days. So where it is? They always lie. I really ride old-fashioned. So we do the paprika with the old-fashioned way, so I love the old-fashioned tractors as well. One of them is 52 years old. This tractor still works. That makes me happy. We got the fresh paprika from my side back to our workshop, and now we have a kind of funnel. We call it salami bags because when we hold one, you can see it looks like a salami. It's like 10 kilos, and how we can calculate the 10 kilos paprika is 1 kilo paprika powder. When we finish this process, we take the bag and hanging around the houses. Winter go through, the sun is shining. That's the very best time for the pre-drying process. It's gonna be very good for the pigments. When we look at the whole process for the beginning, from the seeding until the end, how many times we have to touch the paprika, that's very important. But at the end of the day, customers are happy because they have a really pure, really good tasted of Hungarian paprika. So after the pre-drying period, so after 4 or 5 weeks, we get reach that point when we pour the pre-dried paprika on the table. What they do here, they will recognize when they look at the color. So when it's same red around, that means that really healthy. So we need this kind of paprika only, and remove the stalk like this, and we can slice it and put it in the dryer.
Nagyon oda kell figyelni, hogy a rosszat ne tegyük bele, ki legyen normálisan válogatva, sőt, még szint szerint is.
I think that's the most difficult part. So we have 5,000 bags and removing the stalk one by one. So the bad ones, we keep them in a bag, and you can see it how many. So we take it out and spread it out on our earth. This paprika, when it's already rotten, is gonna be the natural nitrogen. And then we need to slice the paprika. It's a very good slicer, really sharp. So 1 bucket of paprika, which is 4 kilos, we just pour it in, and after 2-3 seconds and slice. If we put the whole paprika in the dryer, it's no good because the paprika need to release the water which is still inside. And when we slice the paprika, when actually the paprika meat is open, the paprika could release rest of the water. We have a drying machine, maximum 50 Celsius inside. We need 20-22 hours to make it dry. We need to increase the temperature step by step. So we're at 9 o'clock, is now the 6 hour past. What we need to do now, the hot air is coming from one way. So what we need to do, pull the trolley out and turn it back. So with this action, make that the heat is coming equally. Even we touch them, it's most drier than 6 hours ago. That's good. When the water level is under 13%, we need to crush the paprika. The grinder, one of my friends made it. He's crazy about grinders, like me, crazy about making paprika powder. This period, we're grinding 400-500 kilos per day. When we put it through, it's quite big. So what we do, put it through twice. We keep it here for resting, and we don't do it 3rd or 4 times straight away because the temperature will be over 50, otherwise the paprika is gonna be bitter. So when the paprika goes through, and these hammers bit the seed, and when the seed is broken, the oil is come outside and splash the paprika meat, the oil and the meat together makes that really good color. Just let me introduce my sister. Her name is Susanna, and she is the owner as well. My sister helps me with the packing.
A mérést nagyon pontosan kell végezni. Általában a kilóshoz 3 ilyen kanál szükséges, és akkor tudom korrigálni, hogy a mérés az pontos legyen.
Then it's ready for cook. That it took us 9 months to make it. 60% of our quantity is going to Central Europe, even in America, and the rest of it is going to Hungarian restaurants and users. Burlap and Barrel, they were looking for a good quality of paprika, and they came here and took them to the field, and they looked everything, and they just say yes.
Agi's Counter is an Hungarian-inspired diner. I'm a second-generation American-Hungarian. My grandmother, Agi, who the restaurant's named after, grew up in Budapest and fled in 1956. The paprika that we use at Agi's counter is from burlap and barrel. The right amount adds that perfect kind of richness. Real good paprika from Hungary has this kind of earthy, deep, rich, robust flavor. So today we're making kurzet, which is like a Hungarian pimento cheese made with sweet paprika and piquillo peppers, raw onion, and carrot seed. So aesthetically, I think paprika is such a playful spice. For me, the smell and that flavor is nostalgic and just reminds me of my childhood. So the chicken paprikash is not your typical chicken paprikash by any means, but it pays homage to the traditional chicken stew that everybody knows and loves. We are making a paprikash sauce with lots of onion and garlic and 2 types of paprika, hot and a sweet. It's reduced down and it gets ladled over the chicken, finished with some pickled peppers and herbs. We pickle these ourselves. They're a variety of Hungarian sweet paprika. They get white distilled vinegar and sugar, chilies, and then they'll go on top of our chicken. Agi's counter runs on 2 ingredients. We run on dill and we run on paprika. It is kind of the blood that flows through our restaurant.
I would like to keep the small quantity with the very, very best quality.
Hát az nagyon nagy a különbsége, amit a szupermarketbe vesznek, és amit itt vásárolnak meg, hogy itten, hát csak az én gazdámtól vásárolok, ebbe bízok. Hát persze, hogy ebbe bízok, mivel itt dolgozok, és tudom, hogy mit teszek meg, mit teszek a kajámba. Ennyi a különbség.
I was looking for this kind of customers who are willing to pay a little bit expensive product for the good quality.
Having high quality paprika or high quality ingredients or spices can, yes, come at a price, but I think for a home cook and for any restaurant chef, it's worth it to have something that's really unique and special and it's going to add that value to your dish.
25 years ago, we had 1,500 hectares of paprika, and now I could say that is 50. Just few farmers are doing the really good paprika powder, and actually it makes me sad. I love to do this. It's our tradition, it's our culture. So I want to really give to the next generation to do this kind of job. So just take care of our land, otherwise there's no future.